Baloney, Henry P. by John Skeetska and Lane Smith. Last Tuesday morning at 8:37 a.m., Henry P. Baloney was finally late for class once too often.
That's it,
said Miss Bugscuffle.
Permanent lifelong detention, unless you have one very good and very believable excuse.
Well, I would have been exactly on time,
said Henry.
But I misplaced my trusty Zimulus. Then I found it on my desky, but someone had put my desky in a Taraku. The Taraku drove me right here to school, but then it drove me right past. I grabbed my Zimulus and jumped out, but I jumped smacked in the middle of a Razzo launch pad. I used my Zimulus to pop open the escape Pardo, but it turned out to be a Pardo into the next Razzo blasting off. I jammed the Razzo controls with my Zimulus so I could land behind Skula and still be on time. But I jammed the wrong Butana and ended up on the planet Astrosis. I entertained the Astrosis guys with my very funny Pixas, but then decided my Pixas and I would be entertaining to eat. I changed their mind with geograms and calculations so fantastic they crowded me Kungas on the whole planet. But I forgot the Astros word for thank you and accidentally used the word for doof brain. I foiled their plan to disintegrate me by plugging their Blastus with my Simulus, but they made a new plan to send me back in a sighing flosser. The Frascas are school's law. I erased the sighing flosser Frasca's instructions, but I also erased the sighing flosser's Pardo lock and fell out. I dropped like a Urak. I was only 3 seconds away from Zerplatzen, all over the Spleeplatz. Not even my trusty Zibulus could save me.
So, what did you do?
said Miss Bugscuffle.
How could you possibly save yourself?
I suddenly remembered that falling bodies obey the law of gravity. And I haven't learned the law of gravity yet, so I stopped and came to school. All of which made me exactly 7 minutes late this Amu.
Henry P. Baloney,
said Miss Bugscuffle.
That is unbelievable. But today's assignment is to compose a tall tale. So why don't you sit down and get started writing?
I'd love to,
says Henry.
But I seem to have misplaced my Zimulus.
Afterward, this transmission was received directly from deep space. Once the signals were decoded, it became clear that this was a story about a life form similar to many Earthlings. Even more amazing was the discovery that the story is written in a combination of many different Earth languages, including Latvian, Swahili, Finnish, Esperanto, and Inuktitut. Who knows why?
Huh.
Very weird.